How do there, guys? Welcome back to Edgar TV. Although it's day 4 of Q School, this is day 1. This is day 1 of the proper stuff. This is day 1 of the big stuff. This is day 1 of people being awarded PDC tour cards. You can be awarded a PDC tour card on 2 ways. Option 1, win a day outright. Win the 128 player field. Option 2, be in the top 10 on the Order of Merit. The Order of Merit will be dictated to and points will be awarded for winning matches throughout Q School. I'll keep you updated with all the points and everything you need to know and how many points we expect will be needed when we get to the business end of the tournament. Today, it's all about the story being ahead of us. There's no point in looking back and points because it's a fresh start for everybody. So let's get straight into that 128 player field and take a look through and see what stories we can find. Alex Spellman and Danny Lauby, the 2 Americans, dominated phase 1 with performances and results. And they're doing the same here. Danny Lauby, also a big victor in the opening round stage. Devon Peterson, someone who slipped down the rankings very quickly, was in the top 32 not too long ago. He goes out first round and attempt to try and keep hold of his tour card. Steve Lennon was one of my picks to win here at Q School. Starts off with 101.42 average against Leighton Bennett, who played very well at stage 1, but Steve Lennon, I'm shocked Steve Lennon's here. It really does surprise me that he sort of slipped off the tour. George Killington came onto the tour after a good Q School last year, ended up having 2 years on the tour, didn't keep up those levels, but again, bouncing straight back here at Q School with 103.95. He'll be one to keep an eye on for sure. Fallon Sherritt was someone I drew a lot of attention to at the start of this, thinking this could be her year, but she starts with a pointless day and a first round defeat for her. Now, you'll see some games here where you see tour card holder versus tour card holder. Personally, I think there should be a seeded system in place. I'll pick up on that a little bit more in another video as we move forward. James Wilson bounced straight back onto the tour last year. Well, 2 years ago, sorry. Looking to do the same, but he's not doing it on day 1. He was the winner of day 1 2 years ago. But Lou Bevan put some good stuff in that opening game, or that opening round. And looks like he's following it up here. The All-Scottish affair, Darren Beveridge, apparently, and this is just on what I've been told so far, Darren Beveridge had a bit of time off. He was doing well, he was playing good darts, but he took a little bit of time off and he reckons he's better than ever. Who's to argue with him? Averaging 100, but unfortunately for him, he's gone down in that fixture. Now, I know the seeding position, you don't get 32 places, for example, in regards to coming off the tour. So maybe we go 16, and maybe we even look at topping them up off of players regarding the Challenge Tour Order of Merit. Essentially, those players come off the tour, we're saying to you going to Q School, are you better than these guys? Can you take their space? That's what this message would send. And round 2, we certainly saw that message being sent, that the standard is up. If you remember last videos I was doing on stage 1, we had like 250 odd players and 128 matches, and I ended up dropping down my daily performers or performers of the round down to 93 at one point, or 90 plus because we were struggling. Look at all these on 95, and there was a lot on high 94s. Sorry to you guys, but 95 plus to make the cut when you've got a list like this, and we lost some sizable players here. Connor Scott was one of my predictions. I accidentally left him out of the video, even though I said it was 10 people, I named 9. The other one was Connor Scott, if you're wondering as to where that went. He went out to Thomas, who threw some lovely darts. Performance of the round, 103.17. Lou Bevan again. Big performance from him, 6-1 against Adrian Gray. A couple of young lads in this round as well, but the most notable thing is the standard at the UK Q School in round 2. When points are going to start being dished out, people have come out swinging. Last 32 stage, the winners of this game, normally you start thinking, okay, I'm in the tournament now, I've got some wins on the board, I've got some points, I've got my minimum requirement done. But I guarantee you there will be no let up for these guys because there is only one place available now. In the past there was more places on the day, but now just the one. Justin, while we're speaking about Justin Hood, another good performance from him. But Steve Lennon, for me, star of the day so far. Always in that high 90s, broke the ton in the early round. But this is really a good standard and where we're really picking up in regards to Q School. We can also see another good performance from George Killington. But someone we haven't spoken about yet today, Jamie Atkins, I did pick up on him at the back end of stage 1. Someone who's from Leamington, quite local to myself. And Now an England international, beat Dartitis. He is hitting harder than he's ever hit, and I think he's developing into quite a player here. He's through with a 98.71. Last 16 gives him a chance at getting that tour card. Ashley Coleman. I know there's a lot of people going to be watching out for him today and will be very happy with what they're seeing in regards to his performance. He's through to the last 16. Lots of points on the board for him, but I just caught the result had come through at the bottom here as I was filming this clip. It's the last 16 for Ash. He's gone out 6-4 to Andy Bolton, but what a really good statement day. Good points on the board, and that's massive progression for Ashley. If you are trying to follow those points, the round of 16 gets you 2. So decent chance. If you're getting those 2 points all the time, you're going to be within the running here. Certainly, if you're getting through to the latter stages, quarter-final places, 3 points, which could be quite a big daily haul. But remember what I always say: you only get points for losing. Win the day. Only losers worry about points. Points are a safety net. Points are a fallback. So we'll track them and we'll get to them at the end of the week, certainly, because that's one of the big stories of Q School. Now, stories of Q School. Shane McGurk. I think he's going to get through. I put him in my predictions. Now, the reason I think he's going to get through, he's already qualified for Lakeside by winning a gold event on the WDF, and I think this just makes it a bit of a free hit, really, for Shane McGurk. It's almost pressure-free opportunity for him, where if he doesn't get it, he's got something big to fall back on. So I think he's playing this with a bit more freedom. Same for Cam Crabtree, who won a week at the Moda Super Series. He's already got a place in Champions Week, the £20,000 spectacle. So again, I think having that little bit of a fallback is just going to take the pressure off a little bit, and we know the sort of levels he is capable of. Didn't really lose any of our big likely runners, but we certainly lost some people that have been performing well. I touched upon the last clip about Ashley Coleman, plays a lot of stream darts with Jack, and I'm sure he's going to have a big following in this, who are going to be delighted with the last 16. This result, losing to Andy Bolton. Andy Bolton's one of the best players without a tour card. That is a positive, not a negative. Good performance to take 4 legs, and a good sign moving forward for Ash. Okay, so you may notice a quick change of clothes now. I'm now in my darts gear because I'm actually playing darts tonight at 10 p.m. on the Moda Super Series YouTube channel, or if you're on Sky, you can watch it on channel 427, Sporty Stuff TV. Not quite ready for it, but I'll certainly be ready for it in terms of being dressed and everything. I've just got to put a bit of gel in the air, and I'm ready to go. I just wanted to make sure that I was prim and proper, ready to go in time, so I can finish these videos off for you guys. We've got Cam Crabtree and Shane McGurk, 2 of my predictions, both going out in the quarterfinal stage, but a good day for them, picking up 3 points onto their order of merit, giving them a real good starting point going into the next 3 days of action. But we are into that final stage at the time of recording this video, and Steve Lennon, who we picked up at the start of the day, has been a real standout performer and someone who is doing some amazing bits today, some big averages, never dropped below the 90, looking solid all the way through. Andy Bolton and William Borland in the semi-final had a bit of an edgy one, but it's William Borland who comes through, and they're playing for that guaranteed tour card, that first place position. Second place position though, runner up, lots of points, in a very strong position should you then just be consistent over the next few days. But in the final game, the first man through to pick up his PDC tour card this year for 2 years now, 24 and 25, was Steve Lennon. One of my predictions already getting over the line, so I'm happy with that one, having one in the bank after day number 1. And it was a game that was going to and fro, both players just holding their throw throughout the match until Steve Lennon finding the breaker throw at 4-all, and that was a 13 dart leg from Steve Lennon. Now that for me is the perfect time to break the throw. You get to break the throw, take your darts out, walk down the oche, and then attack the opportunity to win the match. It was a couple of missed darts at the end, which just pulled the average a little bit lower for Steve, but still around those mid-90s, and he was absolutely spectacular today. Steve Lennon plays like that on the tour, he's going to stay on it for a lot longer. He was brilliant. Really good timing on all his shots, big power scoring. I can't find a flaw when I'm looking through the games and through the statistics of Steve Lennon today. So big well done to him. He's the first man through the UK Q School, but lots of points given out today to those other players. We'll pick that up at the end of tomorrow, once we had 2 days of play, to see where the land lies in terms of the points. But for now, I've got about 4.5 hours to go get ready, because it's tonight, it's the Moda Super Series. I'll catch you tomorrow for another Q School Roundup.